Hello everyone and welcome to this session on manual testing interview questions and answers part 1. I am Rajit and in this session we will go over some of the most frequently asked questions in manual testing interviews along with the best ways to answer them. Whether you are a fresher or an experienced tester preparing for your next job opportunity, this series will help you gain the confidence and clarity needed to perform well in interviews. Let's get started. Let's begin with the very commonly asked question. What is the difference between verification and validation? First, let's talk about verification. Verification ensures that product is being built correctly according to the requirements and design specifications. It focuses on static testing. That means testing without executing the code. This includes activities like reviews, walkthroughs, and inspections. For example, reviewing requirement documents or design documents falls under verification. Now moving on to validation. Validation checks whether the product meets the user's needs and works as intended in a real-world scenario. This is dynamic testing, where we actually execute the application and test its behavior. Examples include executing test cases, performing functional testing, and verifying if the software behaves as expected. The key takeaway is this: verification is about building the product right, while validation is about building the right product. This distinction is critical for interview success, so make sure you understand it well. Now let's move on to another important interview question. What is the difference between priority and severity in defect management? First, let's understand severity. Severity refers to the impact of a defect on the functionality or system. It answers the question, how bad is the bug? Severity is usually assigned by testers and is categorized into levels such as critical, major, minor, and trivial. For example, a critical defect might crash the system, whereas a minor defect might just a small UI misalignment. Next, we have priority. Priority is about the urgency of fixing the defect. It answers, how soon should this be fixed? Priority is typically assigned by developers or project managers, and it can be high, medium, or low. For instance, a minor spelling error on the homepage might be assigned high priority, even though the defect itself is not severe. The key difference to remember is this: severity is about the technical impact, while priority is about the business impact and urgency. This distinction helps teams make better decisions during bug triage and defect resolution. Next up is question number 3. What is the difference between retesting and regression testing? Retesting. This verifies that a specific defect is fixed. It focuses on the previously failed test cases using the exact same environment and inputs. Regression testing. This ensures that recent changes haven't negatively impact existing functionality. It covers both fixed and unaffected areas and spans a broader scope of test cases. The key difference: retesting confirms defect fixes, while regression testing checks for unintended side effects. Moving on to question number 4. What are the different levels of testing? We have 4 core levels. Unit testing tests individual components or modules, typically by developers. Second one, integration testing verifies interaction between integrated modules such as APIs or data flow. Third one, system testing tests the entire application as a whole, ensuring it meets specified requirements performed by testers. Fourth one, acceptance testing ensures the application meets business requirements and is ready for deployment. This is usually done by end users or clients. Question number 5. What is the difference between smoke testing and sanity testing? Smoke testing, a broad but shallow check to make sure basic functionalities are working after a new build. For example, application launch and main features accessibility. Sanity testing, a narrow but deep check focusing on specific functionalities or bug fixes. For example, retesting a login feature after a fix. In summary, smoking smoke testing is a high level system check, while sanity testing drills into specific areas. Now, question number 6. What is the purpose of a traceability matrix? A traceability matrix is a document that maps test cases to requirements to ensure complete coverage. Its main purposes are to verify all requirements are tested, and identify any gaps in test coverage, trace defects back to specific requirements. Next, question number 7. What is exploratory testing and when should you use it? Exploratory testing is an approach where testers actively explore the application without predefined test cases. Its purposes include discovering hidden defects, validating usability and design, testing areas not covered by scripted tests, when to use, when requirements are incomplete or unclear, during early testing stages to identify major flaws, for complex workflows or edge cases that scripted tests might miss. Next, on to question number 8. What is regression testing and how do you decide what to include? Regression testing ensures that recent changes or fixes don't break existing functionality. You include test cases for impacted modules, core features of the application, high priority defects fixed recently, integrations with external systems. Your approach should involve a risk-based strategy targeting critical workflows, maintaining and updating a regression test suite as features evolve, automating repetitive regression tests to save time. Question number 9. How do you prioritize test cases with limited time? Use these 5 criteria. First one, critical areas. Focus, uh, Focus on features critical to the application like login, payments, or data integrity. Next one, risk-based testing. Prioritize areas prone to defects or that were recently changed. Next one, business impact. Test features with the highest business or end user value. Next, frequent use scenarios. Cover workflows used most often by users. Next, regression testing. Ensure previously working features still functioning post changes. Finally, question number 10. How do you ensure a defect report is effective? Here is a checklist. First one, clear title. Use a descriptive title summarizing the defect. Second one, detailed steps to reproduce, which include precise steps, test data, and environment. Third one, expected versus actual result. Clearly state what was supposed to happen and what did happen. Fourth one, attachments. Provide screenshots, logs, or video evidence. Fifth one, severity and priority. Assign appropriate levels based on the impact and urgency. Next one, environment information. Specify browser, device, OS, or other environment details. As we wrap up this session, thank you all for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel to stay updated with more tutorials. See you in the next session. Good luck with your interviews.